Hi there, lockdown friends. It's me again, Michael Wagner, with another one of my stories for you. This one's called Why I Love Summer. Same little family as Why I Love Footy, if you've already read that. But little Mitch here and his family of his big sister and his mum and dad. And Mitch is going to explain to us all the reasons why he loves summer. I've got to show you these end papers. This is illustrated, this book, by Tom Jellett. Another magnificent job. But look at these crazy end papers, all different kinds of made-up icy poles, all done by Tom himself. What's your favourite amongst these? The sushi pole, perhaps? Not so sure about that. But they're very, very funny and very creative, and maybe you can even make up some ideas for some strange and unusual icy poles you might like to enjoy over summer. And look at this page as well. That is obviously a garden hose and a sprinkler spelling out the words, Why I Love Summer. If you've got a big lawn and you live in Australia, perhaps you've done that. Put your sprinkler on the lawn and on a hot day, run and jumped over the sprinkler. That's what we used to do with our kids, and it was very fun. They liked it, a very traditional Australian thing to do. As long as you don't waste water. We don't waste water in Australia. There are 4 seasons in a year, and they're all awesome, but only one gets to be summer. I love summer. Here are all the reasons why. In summer, there's no school, and mum and dad don't have to work. Everyone's on holidays at the same time, and it's sunny all day long, which means as soon as I find my best t-shirt and dad gets my cap and mum helps me with my sunscreen, I can play outside as much as I like. In summer, me and my big sister ride our bikes around the yard, and we get wheelbarrow rides from Dad. That's what I used to do with my kids when they were little. I used to give them wheelbarrow rides around our lawn. But sometimes on a really hot day, I'd fill the wheelbarrow up with water. So it was like they had a little bath at the same time as a ride in the wheelbarrow. But that's not all. Sometimes we play the greatest summer game ever. This is very Australian. Backyard cricket. How's that, says big sister. She's just caught him with a diving catch. What a great effort. But Mitch tells her, nope, can't get out first ball. Bad luck. When we get hot from backyard cricket, we know just how to cool off. Water fights. Again, when there's no restrictions on water use only. And if we're still boiling too much, no problem. We just go to the pool. We even meet our friends there and play games like 3, 2, 1, Marco Polo. Have you ever played Marco Polo in the pool, where the one who's keeping their eyes shut calls out Marco and everyone else in the pool calls out Polo, and the one with their eyes shut has to try and find and catch one of the people who's calling Polo? It's very fun. We go crazy under the water, and we go nuts out in the sun. Look at this amazing illustration for a moment. That's like a big illustration of a pretty normal Australian swimming pool, public swimming pool, where families go and kids go and other people go for just to have a really fun time and cool off in the sun. And look what's happening. Big sister's saying, bombs away. Now that is not really allowed in pools, but she's doing it anyway. And the lifesaver person is saying, no running to someone. And here is Mitch having a conversation with his friend. And Mitch says, once I got stuck in the deep end. And his friend says, I remember. And Mitch says, but Dad got me out. The pool is so exciting. Now, up on the diving board is big sister saying, one more turn. And down here are Mum, Dad and Mitch. And Mitch says, I'm not as brave as my big sister. seeing her up on the big diving board like that. And Mum says, "You will be." Then it's my favourite time of the day, ice cream o'clock. And look at this ice cream clock we've got on this page of illustrations with all the different ice creams you can get typically in Australia. Can you recognise any of those ice creams? Do you have a favourite one? I know, well, my favourite is probably this guy here. But my wife's favourite is definitely that one there. Another look at this other beautiful illustration. You can see that it's the evening by the shadows and the light. Isn't it just, if you have a look at this in real life, you'll see just what a beautiful illustration it is. When we go to our cousin's place, we run around all night. There are hardly any rules in summer. There's not even a proper bedtime. So Mum is saying to Mitch, if you get tired, just have a rest on the couch, okay? And Mitch says, rest? No way, it's summer. The only time I stop running around is to help with the barbecue. And here he is, Mitch helping Dad with the barbecue. And it looks like an uncle or someone is also helping with that barbecue. And Mitch says, "Are they ready yet, Dad?" And Dad says, "Maybe one more minute." And Mitch says, "Yeah, I thought so too." And look what they're cooking. Sausages, veggie burgers, halloumi, rump steak, onions, all sorts of delicious things. And here's where all those delicious things they've been cooking end up on this great big outdoor table with all the cousins and aunties and uncles and even grandparents are around there too. In summer, we all have dinner outside. When the whole family is together, it's the best feeling in the world. It is a nice feeling when you're together with lots of cousins, if you have lots of cousins. In summer, we can even go on a big family holiday. It's a long drive. I always get a bit car sick. Once we had to set up camp in the dark, but when Dad and I woke up the next morning, we couldn't believe our eyes. Look at that. How nice is this? I don't believe it, Dad. The beach was right there. The beach is the best place in the world in summer. Everyone's happy there. It's probably because there's so much to do. You can look at this picture for ages and see what everyone is doing. There's all kinds of people doing all kinds of fun things that you do on the beach. Every time we eat, it's a picnic. And look what's happened. Big sister has dropped her sandwich on the sand. So what does Dad say? So that's why they're called sandwiches. Mitch says, haha, good one, Dad. Big sister, on the other hand, says, that's such a dad joke. But the best thing about summer, the number one thing of all, is that we're all together all the time. I wish summer could last forever. And they are all the reasons that Mitch loves summer. I hope you enjoyed that book. I hope you're having a fun day. And I hope, or if it's evening, I hope you have a good night's sleep. And I'll be back another time with another story for you. Bye-bye.